BCC offered us an opportunity and we took it. The challenge was there and we faced it. Sometimes it was academic and sometimes it wasn't. But regardless of the challenge, our motivation and determination could not be quelled. As we're here celebrating 6 students' successful completion of the clinical laboratory science program, it would be incredibly arrogant of us to think we did it on our own. The fact of the matter is, the people that are here with you today were with you the whole time. Those people that are here with you today were with you when you didn't think you were going to pass your next test. They made you dinner when you didn't have time, and they paid your bills when you were no longer working. They listened to you, they supported you, and they loved you. It's important we celebrate our achievements, and it's equally important that we show thanks and gratitude to those that are here with us today and were with us all along. For some, it was your wife, your husband, your friends, family, boyfriend, or professors. As for me, it was Glenn. Glenn who? Glenn Levitt, 12 years Scotch. It's smooth, delicious, and reliable. The class of 2016 will be the last class to occupy this laboratory. It's sad to think that this time next year, this room will be home to BCC's first underwater basket weaving studio. Next year, clinical laboratory students graduating class of 2017 will occupy the newly constructed building just across campus. They'll be the first in their generation, just as we're the last in ours. We're the caboose on a long train, and they're the engine on theirs. When we first entered this laboratory, doe-eyed and docile students, we didn't know our ass Caris from our electrolytes, our ass Pergillus from our eosinophils. But now no gram-positive coccyte can make it by our eagle eye. No cyst will resist and no streak shall be too weak. As we prepare to enter the workforce as medical laboratory technicians, we leave behind BCC, the end of the road. We've learned everything we could, but the learning doesn't stop here. I don't mean that some of us are going on to a bachelor's or the continuing education classes we all have to take to maintain our certification, but rather I'm talking about our coworkers, our future coworkers that we'll be working with. During my internships, I met at least a dozen people who were in our shoes, on this campus, and in this room, learning what we learned and sitting at the very benches we all sit at now. Many of these people may be decades, even scores our senior, but they offer knowledge that only comes with experience, and knowledge that cannot be taught in the classroom. As these techs move closer to retirement and technology continues to change, sometimes beyond their ability to adapt, they can feel marginalized, and one day we'll feel marginalized. But if an experienced tech ever comes to you with advice, criticism, or a suggestion to improve technique, listen to them. That's a lifetime of experience, trial and error, and knowledge being handed to you. Because when you listen, not only do you learn, but you empower. Let them influence you for the better. Nobody with experience is marginal, and that's empowerment. A hero of mine, the unparalleled Dr. Story Musgrave, a Massachusetts native, once said in so many words, "From a young age we build a skill set. Through life we acquire knowledge. All of this is connected whether we realize it or not, and it helps us live a more conciliant life." Lastly, it's most important, and I learned this from a man named Billy Knight, that we grasp and understand the importance of what we just earned. We have something now in our possession that no one can ever, ever, ever take away from us. Billy told me that attending college and earning an education was important. It's one of the few things they can't take away from you. He's a man of few words, but that sentence, when he said it so matter-of-factly and then walked out the room, it really stuck with me. And I thought about it. And then I thought about it some more. I thought about it for days, then weeks, and then years. And I realized no one said anything so goddamn true before. Even when everything's going to hell, and you lost your job, and you've got nowhere to live and nothing to eat, and the man took everything you had, and no one really gives a shit about you anymore. When you're a penniless bum out on the street, there's one thing they can't take, and they can never take your education. It's yours, and it's always going to be yours, and you're going to have it until the day you die. So let's wrap this up. Like a swarming Proteus, we're going to leave this laboratory and spread across the healthcare systems of New England and beyond like an awesome infection. Let's start our careers and close these laboratory doors for the last time. And may the force be with you.